Well, considering the fact that most people probably skipped out on tonight's Raw anyway, and people were probably watching fireworks or having barbecues or hanging out with friends and family, I thought that I would take it and start 10 minutes early instead of like 2 or 3 minutes late tonight. The reason why is because less said about this abysmal edition of Raw, the better.
God. It's like I didn't miss anything.
Welcome to another edition of the Monday Night Raw Popcast. My name is Sir Owen. Joining me, as always, we have Will.
Hello.
We have the return of Travis.
It's like it never even happened.
And we have Ashley.
This is what they should have come out to tonight.
Yes.
America! Fuck yeah!
Yes. Oh, the holiday editions of Raw are the worst. I will state right now, there's always some gems about holiday editions of the show when they know no one's watching that you do have to go back and check out later on. I would totally be all about the 1.5 hour version of Hulu on Raw, the Raw Hulu show, and instead of watching it all 3 hours. And I have a feeling if you watch it on Hulu, you'll probably catch all the important things you should watch, and everything else doesn't matter anyway.
In a word, yeah.
Alright, so July 4th, it's America's Independence Day. Ironically enough, I'm pretty sure we're in Portuguese tonight.
That's only fair.
Yeah, I'm getting it. Thank you, Bing. It is Portuguese. I was right.
We're gearing up for the Rio Olympics, where everybody dies of the Zika virus.
Oh, God. So, I care about the Olympics about as much as I cared about tonight's Raw.
Should we just talk about UFC tonight?
That's Wednesday.
More
Actually,
interesting shit happening in that.
Wait, can we... Owen, can we just talk about WCPW?
I did that last week. Here's
Oh.
the thing.
No.
Shit.
Number one, most of this stuff we'll cover on Wednesday. Number two, Travis, you mentioned something you had to get off your chest.
Yeah,
We're going to start with that.
okay. I don't know if you'll like this, Owen, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Oh,
I watched SmackDown on replay
I'm sorry.
on the Universal channel, not Universal Orlando channel, just the Universal Pictures channel or whatever the
I know.
fuck it was.
I know the channel very well.
And it showed a recap of Raw from that Monday that I missed. What on God's green earth are they smoking backstage?
They don't care. They don't care until the draft. That's when they'll start caring again. And then even then, I'm still not positive they're going to care.
Because who
What
were
was that
the
question
two?
again?
Yeah, what are they smoking in the back?
I don't know. Ask Roman.
That's Roman Reigns, exactly.
I thought we were gonna get a joke saying ask Snoop because he gave them a lot of it from the Hall of Fame.
Nah.
That was relevant when E3 was happening.
Yes.
Because I want to fucking
Rock?
kill Stephanie.
Oh.
You don't need to say things like that. You need to learn how to word things properly, Travis.
There's just so many people I want to just severely injure in the
Neuralize.
more than neuralize. Let's keep that out there. Um, just what? John Cena doesn't need to be going for a title right now.
He's
He's in a
not.
feud with AJ. I know, but they had the thing where, oh, if you beat this guy, you'll be in a triple threat, and if AJ beats this guy, it'll be a fatal four-way. And we all knew that they weren't going to beat the other person,
Exactly.
but there was the thinking of, oh, WWE is freaking stupid. This could actually happen.
No, I don't think anybody thought that was ever going to happen.
Well, stupider things have happened, meaning Roman Reigns is still in the title hunt for, not the title hunt, but the triple threat for the title at Battleground. That's stupid. Oh my.
Gotta
Roman
make Roman
Reigns.
strong.
The
Roman.
road to redemption starts here.
I swear, if that's a WWE 24, I'm going to cancel.
It's not real. Don't worry.
I've got
WWE.
I would
They're
cancel.
very good fake.
WWE does not have the balls to do something that crazy.
Travis, I know what
Yes.
will calm you down.
Oh no.
You know what?
Oh jeez.
2 words.
I found a new video.
Oh, bitches.
Yay.
Fuck Roman Reigns, fuck Roman Reigns, fuck Roman Reigns and his big gas weed ass piece.
This is the time where Will needs to pipe up about Roman Reigns like he always does.
I found a YouTube channel called Fizzy Pops 3434. If you guys check out Stone Cold ET,
I know what Stone Cold ET is.
my brother-in-law, we were driving through the the Animal Kingdom parking toll, and the guy said, "How's your day this morning?" And my Stone Cold's not as good as my brother-in-law's, but he's like, "My day is good. How about you?" And he's like, "My day is amazing." The parking attendant said, "My day is amazing. I've had 2 cups of coffee." He's like, "That's good. I need standard parking in the unicorn lot." And he said, "That would be $20. He said, "Can I get a receipt?" And he's and right whatever he's about to say, "And my name is Stone," and right whatever he's about to say Cold, my mom just sped away as fast as she could.
God.
It was
And that's the
hysterical.
reason why FWE doesn't
Ooh.
exist anymore.
Ouch.
But Stone
Shoot.
Cold ET, that's some funny things.
Alright.
Yeah, but it caused the promotion to die.
Yes, it did.
Wow. One of many reasons. Hang on. I've got the... No, I don't want that. I want actual proper... Is that even it? I'll get it.
Oh no.
We don't even need the backing lyrics.
Pretty much not.
Hang on. I was gonna be the guy, and then I got high.
Oh.
3 weeks to go.
Why didn't you come up with more lyrics? That actually would have worked really well as a good bit.
I have to write it.
I watched. Okay, this is what I did today. I drove 4 hours in a car from Chattanooga back home. That sucked. Got home, took a good cat nap, about a couple hours, woke up, WCPW was live streaming. I'm like, awesome. So I watched episode 2 of WCPW, and we'll get to that on Wednesday. My thoughts on episode 1 and 2. By the way, let's go Noam Dar. Better win the Cruiserweight Classic.
That's not gonna happen.
Never know.
Yeah, I do know. He's not gonna win the Cruiserweight Classic.
There's another Brit that's gonna win it instead.
Anyway, and I watched that hour of wrestling. I'm like, oh my goodness, there is a God, and his name's Adam Pacitti. And then I watched Raw, and within the first hour, I'm like, I'm bored.
Well, no. Let's be honest. Last week was not a very good show.
Not really.
What do you mean?
Just
Of which show?
even King Ross went at it. Some of Blompier's booking decisions last week were not very good.
Yeah,
We'll
true,
get to
but
episode 2 on Wednesday, but I will say at least the green screen was better.
episode
God.
2, it's hard doing your own promotion. It's really hard getting it off the ground. You got to give them time. But some of the matches, yes, some of them are bad, but I enjoyed it much better than an hour of Raw.
It wasn't even an hour tonight. You actually got an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I
but
don't mean Raw. I meant
no, we wish Raw was an hour and a half.
Hulu.
about
Yeah, but I'm not.
20 to 30 minutes of good stuff.
I'm just.
One match, anytime Kevin Owens talked, and anytime Dean Ambrose talked. That's about it.
I just didn't care about tonight's Raw. I was like, really?
Okay.
Can we just have the draft already so they'll care again?
No, gotta wait till SmackDown.
I don't. Speaking of SmackDown, I don't give a fuck who Brock goes against at SummerSlam. I really don't.
Ooh, you're going
Really?
to. You're definitely going to.
I'm more interested in seeing his ass getting kicked at UFC 200.
Well, I'll say right now, if he does lose at 200, he may lose at SummerSlam. But if he doesn't, then he probably won't. And considering who Brock's going to
Well,
face at
that is-
SummerSlam,
They wouldn't do that for SmackDown. They wouldn't. If they announced that on SmackDown, nobody would give a fuck.
nah, like I said, I think they're going with
Keep that in
like,
mind, Will.
yes.
Let's just say the man that has the F5 might be getting an F sank of his own.
Damn right.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Good.
And we're not talking about it on Wednesday
Because if you
until they
did,
spoil it.
you'd mark the fuck out. So prepare to mark the
Yes.
fuck out on.
Heck yes, I can't wait.
So,
Let's just talk about how crappy Raw was so I can go to sleep.
yeah, overall it was crappy, but there were glimpses of good stuff.
There were
Yeah, there were glimpses of hope, beginning with Kevin Owens under a table eating potato chips.
Well, no, not just that. Okay, let's fill the whole story. Earlier today, supposedly they're having a 4th of July party or something.
Barbecue.
The board of villains singing on a stage, getting food thrown at them. Miz and Maurice going, whoa, whoa, whoa. Today isn't about food fights. Cue a giant food fight. Because that's what happens anytime there's a holiday. Thanksgiving,
WWF
food fight.
Saturday
Halloween,
night's main
food
event.
fight. Martin Luther King Day, food fight.
How you doing?
Of JFK, food fight.
How you doing?
Memorial Day, food fight.
How you doing?
Please don't. That's gonna get old real fast. It's
The
almost there right now.
assassination.
President's Day,
The,
food fight.
How you doing?
Sorry, I had to do that one
The
because of what we had
assassination
tonight.
of JFK. They had a no, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
How you
they should
not
do.
doing?
They should do. Can't be asked to look, but I was tempted to go, what public holiday is July 11th? And then July 18th, and then keep going. I can't be asked. Thank God. So yeah, Kevin, who is the only guy that slightly saves this segment, grabs a bag of potato chips and hides underneath a table, basically, just to
Lay's.
get a snack.
Lay's.
Calling it potato chips because, other brands are available.
Yeah,
Because
they're
Lay's
10
suck.
10 million times better than Lay's.
Yeah, Lay's suck donkey balls.
I blame craft services for that one because they should have had Ruffles there.
You should try them when they're called what they are over here in Walkers.
Oh, I know what Walkers are.
Is that like The Walking Dead?
Walkers is the UK name for Lay's.
Well, basically, yes.
That's a bit harsh. Walkers basically gave the branding over to America. They called it Lay's and put their own crisps in, so they're shit.
Right.
I'll just stick to Pringles.
No, have Walkers. Go to your local import shop and get Walker's crisps, not Lay's. And then you'll realize, holy shit, these American fuckers are ruining everything.
I'll just watch the Sip and Snack random flavors and watch Loopy Lulu and Random Tails eat Walkers every single week, and I'll be like, yep, not into that at all.
I'll just stick to my Doritos and.
So
Yeah.
Big Cass puts a punch bowl over Bo Dallas.
Yay!
Big Show manages to throw ribs at Kane
Yay!
by accident.
That's so stupid.
So then Heath Slater throws food at both of them, so they chokeslam him through one of the tables.
Yay!
Then Owen pops up and goes, "This would never happen on Canada Day."
That's true.
Yeah.
Then gets a pie thrown in his face.
By a cameraman.
And, you know the term flipping the table? That's what Kevin Owens did. And then, apparently, after that, it's worthy of getting the US national anthem. What?
Okay. Oh, we got spoilers for Superstars, by the way.
Yeah, nobody cares. Beat.
No. I care because there might be more interesting.
No. It's nobody cares. Beat Febreze and shoot. What was the other match? The accomplices beat the Ascension.
So, in layman's terms, that's Primo and Epico over Strictly Selfie, and the Samoan Young Bucks over the Ascension.
I said the accomplices.
And when Jimmy and Jay came out, they got booed.
No, really?
Which is hilarious, because I know the Columbus crowd, and they love the Usos.
Apparently they don't.
You know why they got booed?
They were cheering for the Ascension, for God's sake.
You know why they got booed?
It's
Because they gave Roman the drugs.
because they fucking hate Hawaii. They heard that the Usos got a pop in Hawaii.
I
and it's
forgot
like,
about that,
fuck
yeah.
off. Nagamura Jinsuke!
We'll talk about that next week. Happily.
Next, it's Rusev versus Virgil / Apollo Creed / I don't know what the fuck Titus O'Neil was thinking for the US title.
Yeah, this.
I didn't pay attention to the match because I just wanted Lana to get her tits out because I thought it's 4th of July. Most women get their tits out because it's
Just watch Banshee.
4th of July.
I will say this match.
I don't even have to do the jokes anymore. You're all fucking primed. I love it.
You're welcome, Ashley.
Well, I will say for this
I have
match.
taught you well, young Ottawa. Funny joke.
Oh boy. I will say for the third time. I will say that.
Fourth time.
I will say that the match in general was a lot better than I thought it would be. Titus got a lot of shine in this match. He got some really believable near falls. He ragdolled Rusev for a while. He hit the Clash of the Titus. Rusev kicked out. Titus got caught with a couple JCVD kicks and got locked into the Accolade, and he fought it, and he fought it, and he fought it, but unfortunately he tapped out. And the best thing is, Rusev gets on the mic afterwards. And he basically says, it's time to go ahead and celebrate with your hamburgers and your little weenies. Celebrate for Rusev. Happy birthday, America. God,
Can I just say something? I love Rusev.
Amazing.
I love Rusev and all. He's great. Lana's hot. But man, are they going to put the title on Titus? Because he's lost on 2
they're
important
not.
holidays.
Titus is not getting the title. This is just a throwaway feud to get it.
As soon as Rusev did a botched kick out, / grab the ropes after Clash of the Titus, you knew. Well, your day's fucked, Titus.
Well, we're building to this, obviously being somebody to take the title off Rusev, and SummerSlam seems like a good time for it to happen, so maybe they're going to start the ball rolling after Battleground, do one last match with Titus. Rusev says, I've beaten all you stupid Americans, and nobody can hold a candle to me. Behold the greatest United States champion in the history of the company.
No.
What the heck is that? Happy birthday, America.
No, hang on.
And then,
Happy birthday, America. We give you Shinsuke Nakamura.
No. No.
That would have been great, though.
That music hit.
Hang on. I need to make a point.
Here comes my point.
I need to make it. Well, it helps if you stop the music. So, literally on my feed, because I don't get it live because I don't have the Sky channels.
Right.
I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for that shit, Mr. Murdoch.
Don't blame you.
The guy that's running the broadcast fused that first half second of that, and I was like, "What?" And it was like, "Oh, you bastard!"
That's great.
Because I've seen plenty of feeds like that in the past where they just randomly play music. It's like part of you doesn't know whether it's actually on the actual thing or not, because it's sort of inevitable that it could happen.
Yes.
That's the sad thing.
So that music's gonna play, and yes, making his triumphant return to be the one that finally stops Rusev, the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle.
Oh, no. It's not happening.
I don't know about that one, Travis.
It's not going to happen.
Man, you're so negative.
No, it's just...
Rusev will declare it the final deletion.
That will happen at the Wyatt compound in weeks from now.
By the way, certain person is Sister Abigail.
No.
It'd be funny.
No.
Why the fuck is Xavier Woods' sister Abigail? But we'll get to that.
Here's the thing, though. The other option would be if hell would freeze over, and all of a sudden Real American would play, and Hogan's the one that stops Rusev.
Oh, hell no.
I like that idea better overall, but because Angle can still work. He
I
may
just got 135 millions from Gorka.
Exactly. See, the idea that I originally had was Jack Swagger was the one that would stop Rusev. And Jack Swagger would only be the one that stopped Rusev because Hulk Hogan would be in Swagger's corner. Because you've already went through everybody. So if Kurt Angle can't do it, then the only other option that really comes to mind is Hogan. But I would put the U.S. title on Hogan for a while. He's never held that title before, so there
No,
you go.
I have a great idea. Put the U.S. title on the realest American we all know, Zack Ryder.
He already had the
No,
U.S.
no.
title a couple times.
No, like, apparently, friggin' WWE thinks he's the realest American.
No,
What happened tonight?
No, we'll get to that later.
Isn't it obvious? It's got to be this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Who needs to be a world champion? You can be a US champion.
Oh, anyway,
US title's the only belt he hasn't held.
Brock, yeah, that would be correct.
There you go. Complete the set. Grand Slam champ.
Man,
Oh no, it might not be tag belt holder.
Tag him with Cena.
The thing is, he was a tag team champion, but he was an OVW tag champion, not a WWE tag team champion. Minnesota Stretching Crew with Shelton Benjamin.
Wow.
They beat the guy that trained me for the tag titles. I don't remember where it was off the top of my head, but yeah.
Probably OVW.
No, it was on a WWF. It was like the first match on a show, and it was for the Southern Tag Team titles.
Oh shit.
It was the Disciples of Sin against the Minnesota Stretching Crew.
Anyway, this match sucked. Next.
Yeah, I'll give it to Titus. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what Virgil gear from 1991 he was wearing, but I don't know. Okay, fine.
He did it for Lex. He did it for Lex Luger.
He did it for you. It was the Lexi.
He did it. He did it for the bloody body slam.
Titus did it for the O'Neill
fucking
Express.
aircraft carrier.
Yes.
O'Neill Express.
O'Neill Express. Next stop. Future endeavored. Anyway.
Oh.
Hey, I like Titus a lot. Titus has got great personality. WWE just do not know what to do with him.
Like most of their black talent.
Pretty much.
Did I say something?
Yeah, pretty much though.
Shoot.
Well, next thing you know, you had the Social Outcasts come out.
Looking like they're straight out of Hamilton.
And we don't mean Ontario.
No, I mean Hamilton the musical.
Hang on. I was trying to think of that shitty video game.
So many.
Gods and Generals.
Oh god, that was terrible.
They finally made a figure of him.
I don't know what he is talking about.
He's talking
Made
about
a figure of Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Juan Cena.
They finally made a figure of his.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. He's finally getting his Funko Pop vinyl.
and you press a button and he starts rapping about Puerto Rico.
Anyway.
The shining star of the Caribbean.
So, Ashley, do you want to cover this Minutemen Social Outcast segment?
Yeah, so Popcaster there saying, "We are the Minutemen, and we are taking up valuable minutes of fucking TV time."
That is correct.
It's pretty true.
And then Enzo and Cass come out. And list off all the presidents, you know.
Yeah, Bob Backlund would have been super proud.
Chavez, Angela Merkel, Francois Hollande,
Omar Gooding, Donnie Jeffcoat,
Fidel Castro's brother, because I can't remember his name.
Mark Summers.
That guy that's the president of the CSGO betting thing that's got his own YouTube channel and didn't disclose it. And that's my only discussion on the matter. Don't expect that coming up on Gaming with Ash. I'm just coming up with presidents. That's all I'm doing. I'm going left field.
I will, like I said, it's funny because it's a really interesting thing that he did this. Number one, it seemed so seamless, and number two, Enzo, if he was just a fan trying to get Bob Backlund's autograph, that totally would have worked. Because
they're gonna make Enzo Amore great again.
Yeah.
No,
Hold on.
Don't kill Enzo with Backlund. Don't.
Back in the day, when you were a fan that wanted Bob Backlund's autograph, you had to recite all the presidents in order.
I can do that.
And Enzo did that, so Enzo totally would have gotten a nice autograph from Bob Backlund back in 1993.
Yeah, but the thing is though, Travis, as soon as you got to Hamilton, you'd just collapse.
It's like, I'm done. No more. There is no more.
Hamilton wasn't
is the greatest.
Hamilton wasn't a president, so
He did mention his name though when Enzo was cutting the promo.
JBL said he was. JBL said he was.
Hamilton wasn't a president. He was our first Treasury Secretary.
That's more important than president.
No, it's not.
The guy in charge of the money makes rules.
What rules the world? What rules the world? Not politics.
Financial debt.
Fucking money.
Money.
And who's
Yeah,
the first person in charge of the U.S. money?
Yeah.
Alexander Hamilton. It's fucking ironic because of the Puerto Rico situation. But we'll get to that.
Oh, boy.
WWE.
I come from Puerto
You
Rico.
thought I'd fucking forget because you didn't put those cunts on television for 2 weeks. No. This elephant's got a longer memory than you think.
Oh, by the way, just a little point out little reference here.
How you doing?
Darren Young, you would think he would have re-debuted tonight because of July 4th.
No.
Because he's been working house shows.
No.
That doesn't matter.
Does nobody really care about him enough to put him on TV?
House shows. Why isn't he on the main roster?
He's not.
Who?
He's not
Asuka's
ready.
been working house shows.
Right.
Why isn't she on the main roster?
Well, here's the thing.
Nakamura's been doing house shows too, but he only did
the
two.
The Usos are working house shows. Why the fuck are they on the roster?
Apparently, a rumor has it Sheamus is going babyface again. Hey, great job to take advantage of that Ninja Turtles money you guys could have made. Good job.
Yeah.
Way to be jam up. Good job, guys.
Way to try and push the League of Nations at the wrong time.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we're never going to get through this show if we don't keep going.
All the publicity you're going to do, all the publicity they're going to fucking do for Marine 64, whatever the hell.
69.
Close enough.
You can't play that this week. You didn't fucking mention it this week.
No,
God
you didn't.
damn it, Jericho.
Here's the thing. So, this leads to a match of sorts. A match that I probably could have watched on Superstars. Might as well have watched on Superstars. Between Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel against Enzo and Cass.
I fell asleep, I'll be honest.
Heath Slater was playing the Fife one-handed because, of course, he was selling his arm injury from the chokeslam.
Oh shit! Now I need to get the YouTube shitty flute channel.
Good God. They worked Enzo over. Axel went for the Bret the Hitman Hart middle rope elbow, but he hit the salute first and he misses. Cass gets tagged in, and Bo Dallas gets tagged in. Spinning slam, Empire elbow, tosses Axel over the top. Bo Dallas gets caught with a big boot. Enzo tagged in. They hit the NBA Jam, and Enzo and Cass win. Useless segment in every way possible.
There we go.
WWE, you know what? When something is over, you drive it into the ground, and that's what they're going to do with Enzo and Cass. Oh, wait a minute. If this was Promotion Wars, they would have burned out the crowd on them.
Hang on. We need to get the Heath Slater impression on.
Oh, God. What in the holy crap is that?
Pokemon.
Oh, shitty flute. Shitty flute. We love you.
Oh, my God. Still better than Monday Night Raw. Now...
Well, anyone's better than Monday Night Raw.
Any thoughts on the tag match?
Yeah.
Without resorting to a sounder?
Nope.
Okay.
At least I'm honest.
Yes, indeed. Will?
No.
Okay. Ashley?
No.
All right.
I've got one word. I've got one word to sum it up, and I'm gonna spell it out. BORIN.
Hey, Ashley, any parting words? The Ring of Honor going to Destination America podcast.
I think that night when we were talking about that, I was preempting July the 4th Raw 2016.
Ooh, that's a possibility.
I think you were preempting any Raw ever since I started watching the product.
No.
Except Raw after WrestleMania.
No, that wasn't that good.
It wasn't that good, but it was...
Travis has officially passed the buck.
I need to see what this
me.
one is.
Oh, God!
Yeah.
Oh, holy crap.
Can we just listen to Stone Cold DT and call it a night?
Oh no, hang on. Oh,
Where is it? We do have a promo that's coming up next, though.
Yeah, sorry, because you brought it up. I need to bring up the best. I don't think this is Stone Cold ET, because I don't think he'd make remarks like this. Bit of a load.
Great bear! Raise some hell! Bring down, bro! Oh, hell yeah!
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like a drunken Terry Funk.
I need to get the really dodgy bit.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Be Deborah! So silent! No one can't hear it! Not even the police!
Is that Will Sasso?
I don't even know.
I just want my cheeseburger.
What?
Oh boy. Promo time,
All I
Ashley.
know is if you just If you just search Beat Deborah, that's what you get.
Oh God.
Top result.
My
Alright.
Stone Cold E.T.
Charlotte and Dana Brooke are in the ring.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Charlotte's already in the ring. Saying that jealousy is the strongest human emotion. You know, everybody's been jealous of her entire life. And the proof of that
I'm not jealous of
is the
her.
belt. You know, Sasha's jealous of her. And it has to eat her alive that she is leading the Divas division.
Wait,
And says, you know, the crowd can
did she
chant, we
say
want Sasha all
Divas
they want.
division?
Of course not.
Okay.
Of course not. If I'd have done that, I would have stalled for time and say, did you see what she said? I'm just saying, yeah, because Dana Brooke's there, I still can't treat this with seriousness. Even though, I have to say, this promo from Charlotte was very Rick. And that's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
thing.
Very much so.
You know, he says, oh, you know, the crowd can chant, we want Sasha all they want. Chants don't pay the bills.
It's true.
Titles are the things that pays the bills. You know, Sasha is all hype and no substance. So Sasha comes out and says, you might be champion, but you'll never be the boss. And Charlotte says, I've no desire to be like you. And Sasha, you know, retorts saying, you may have accomplished a lot over the last 12 months, but the one factor is you haven't beaten me. And if it wasn't for your daddy at WrestleMania, I'd be champ right now. And Charlotte goes, by the way, where have you even been? You know, you're not even in the conversation. Sasha goes, no. I'm not just in the conversation. I'm the conversation. Charlotte says, you know, we all debuted a year ago, and I've been a champion for most of that time. And Sasha goes, it don't matter. You know. Oh, yeah, Charlotte basically says, you know, I've been the champ for so long, you might as well call me the boss. And Sasha goes, no, that isn't the meaning of the term boss. Boss means you're the center of the attention, that you're original, and you're willing to throw it down anywhere, anytime. And Charlotte's reign as champ is over. Dana attacks her. Sasha basically, one punch!
No lie.
So Charlotte boots her in the head, Sasha, and I guess goes to attack her further, but Sasha reverses it, hits the backstabber into the bank statement, but then Dana manages to drag Charlotte out and then manages to get the belt. And, you know, this was a good promo. It's just, why was there so much fucking cleavage from the blonde women?
Charlotte and Dana Brooke, lesbian
There was so much
friends.
cleave, I wondered if Contro was going to be used at the start of it. That would be the perfect signal for him to come in, but, you know, best laid plans of mice and men. So then we go into champion versus champion, with no belts on the line.
Yeah, of course.
Dean Ambrose versus The Miz.
This match was fine. Short, straight to the point. So we got normalcy in this match. At one point, Miz was working on Dean's leg, and he sold. Actually, that was nice. I enjoyed that. He got an ugly-looking small package and almost got the win on that. Miz punched him right into the Nigel, but Miz got knocked to the outside. Well, he rolled to the outside to break the momentum. Miz gets caught with the tope, tossed in. He heads up top for the elbow. Actually, he heads up top for the crown. Ambrose catches him with a boot. And actually, God, it's been a long day. So, Miz is the one that's in charge here. So I was right. Ambrose went for the top rope elbow, and he got caught with a boot by the Miz, and he was going for the skull-crushing finale. So counter into a forward roll, nothing there, and ducks it, hits the boot. Ambrose with a roll-up into Dirty Deeds, and match over. Afterwards, Ambrose celebrated. They played his music. Rollins comes out for his match against Dolph Ziggler. And eventually, it was weird because they kind of walked past each other, and he gives him a good old, I hate using the term attaboy, it's so lame. He basically slaps him on the behind, and was like, the good game, I guess you would say. And they walk past each other. Next thing you know, Ambrose darts down the ramp, gets in the ring. Rollins is ready to fight, but he gets out of the ring, and he sits by the commentators, the Spanish commentators in this case, and he's going to be providing commentary for the next match, which is going to be coming up after the commercial break. Ambrose and Miz was fine. I mean, it was okay. It was a decent TV match. I didn't have a problem with it. I did like the fact that Ambrose actually sold. That worked for me, because I know it's no fault of his own, because WWE do not want you to sell. We've seen the affidavit basically that they want everybody to not sell, but I guess that's how the company works. So, I mean, this match was okay. I mean, nothing to write home about, but nothing terrible. So, that's what I can really say. Travis. Nope. Will?
Nah.
Travis, you want to try it again?
Yeah. No.
All right, then. Great return. Ashley, thoughts?
Yeah, average match. You know, nothing exceptionally bad, but nothing exceptionally good either.
This Raw was average. Actually, less than average.
All right, so we move on to our next match. Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler.
Ugh.
My God. First off, yes, we mentioned this before. 1995, Shawn Michaels called and wants his gear back.
Yeah, he does.
Dear Lord.
Can we stop trying to make Dolph Ziggler the next Shawn Michaels, please?
Well, it would be okay if WWE were content on pushing him as the next Shawn Michaels, but the only person that's trying to do that is Dolph himself, and I don't blame him, but it's time for Dolph to go somewhere where he's appreciated.
In that place, What Culture Pro Wrestling.
In front of that shitty green screen.
Hey, give this green screen a chance.
I want to see Dolph Ziggler and Adam Cole. Anyway,
Dude,
I want to see Dolph
week it was
Ziggler
shit.
versus I want to see Dolph Ziggler versus Cody Rhodes.
it's gonna happen again. Don't worry.
I think Cody's coming back.
No, he's not.
They're gonna offer him a ridiculous amount of money.
No, they're not. He's got way too much on his plate right now. He's not coming anywhere near the WWE right now, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't go back if it was him either. So it's made official during this match that they're going to announce Brock's opponent for SummerSlam on SmackDown. Let's hope it really happens. We all want to see it. One thing I'll talk about this match, Rollins goes up top, Dolph goes for the Z Factor, and it kind of looks awkward. He hits it to the side, which looked really weird. For some reason, Michael Cole invents the term title talk. I don't want to ever hear that again. Dolph hits his comeback, of course, the big splash, reverse neck breaker, the heart stopper elbow for a near fall. He tunes up the band, gets caught. Rollins picks him up with a backdrop suplex. He floats over, and Seth goes for a Avada Kedavra, but he gets caught with a roll-up from Dolph for a near fall. Seth completes the killing curse and gets the near fall there. Goes for the springboard knee strike. Dolph ducks it, goes for the exclamation point, gets tossed off. Pedigree is countered into a fireman's roll-up for a near fall. Dolph hits a super kick, and Rollins kicks out. Ducks Rollins round kick, exclamation point DDT, goes for the zigzag, gets swatted off, and he falls face first on the canvas. Rollins hits the pedigree and gets the pin. The match is over, and Rollins decides he wants to browbeat the crowd. But I'll let Ashley cover that. So this match was solid, easily the best match of the show. I like the chemistry between these two. I think they work really well together. It's a shame WWE are so adamant about not pushing Dolph, because I'd love to see a program between these two. This match was really good. A lot of believable false finishes. Dolph really had when he came up with the super kick out of nowhere. A lot of people bought on the finish. So even though it wasn't going to happen, it still was nice to see. It's nice to see when Dolph gets to show some brilliance in the ring, because they don't let him do it very, very much anymore. So, I like this match. This match was really good. Travis, thoughts?
They need to stop pushing Dolph Ziggler like he's the next Shawn Michaels.
They need to start pushing. They need to believe in Dolph Ziggler as the next Shawn Michaels.
They need to believe in him first and then give him an identity.
Yeah, they're not going to believe in him,
I believe
unfortunately.
in him. He doesn't take drugs. I'm pretty sure he's a perfect role model.
He really is. The only problem that he has is he flirts with women that have men.
Doesn't mean that Roman's daughter's gonna do drugs when she's older.
Oh, God.
Oh, Ashley.
Will, do you have any thoughts on the match before we go to Ashley?
Pretty damn good, solid match from these two.
Indeed.
Go all night. Go all night. Go all
No.
night.
I wouldn't go that far, but it was a good match.
It's disappointing that this match had to be on this show.
Right.
Why couldn't it be on the July 19th version of SmackDown?
No. Because nobody will watch that. I honestly think the ratings aren't going to be that much better, because people are going to go to SmackDown. They'll just fucking show it on Raw.
Exactly.
That's the problem. The other thing that made this good as well, though, was Dean on commentary.
Right.
Putting JBL in his place in many different manners.
That's always fun to listen to.
It did start off brilliantly, though, with actually talking in Spanish
Yeah.
to the Spanish announce team. The Ambrose Asylum, is it? Sí, Ambrose Asylum, el loco.
Grande Celebration, something like that.
Yeah, so Seth gets the mic, career of Roman is a joke, and once again wants him taken out of the match, even though we've already established that ain't happening. The great thing is, of course, as well, fans pretty much unanimously cheer. So even some of the people that, supported Roman have gone, "You're a druggie, son!"
I again, just like with the Usos, I can vouch for this 100%. The Columbus crowd that I'm used to loves Roman Reigns, so yeah, they don't care anymore.
Reigns shouldn't even be in the draft. He's supposed to be a role model. But you're just like Dean. You cut corners, you cheat, and you lie to get to the promised land. So Dean's like, I ain't happy with this. And Rollins goes, you stole the title from me, Dean. And Ambrose is like, okay, have it. Throws it at him. Then we get the fight. Dirty deeds on the table, which doesn't break. And then, of course, the crowd go one more time. And Ambrose is like, nope. The table wasn't supposed to break. You stupid bastards.
Solid segment all across the board.
And then the Wyatts interrupt,
Yes.
saying, New Day, come to the compound. Brother New Day. Join us.
Compound. Oh, man. Oh, God. Almost to the next segment.
Vicky
Yes.
Guerrero comes out, going, excuse me, as she does. SmackDown Live needs a woman like me, and I'm officially putting my name in for the job, you know. Cast your vote of support with hashtag Vicky Run SmackDown Live on Twitter.
So, such a long
Then
hashtag.
Two random fucks from OVW remove her from the podium, and JBL's is like, ha ha ha! Vicky Guerrero! Vicky Guerrero! This isn't like just to us watching. This is on the mic to the entire stadium. Or arena, whatever.
Yeah, it made no sense at all.
It was like, okay, I know there's drug problems in the company, but who's been drinking the Jack Daniels?
JBL.
Probably Vince to come up with that. And then, of course, we get the Big Show pep talk. Because America, fuck yeah.
So stupid. I hated this.
So then security dragging Vicky out. And Dolph is there and goes, whoa, stop. And Dolph goes, I've never seen this woman ever before. And it's like, so you fucking gave up your day today as a nurse to actually help people to do this shit? I question your morals, Vicky.
It was nice to see her because it was one of the things that I was predicting was going to happen, but they kind of wasted it.
No, I'm sick of this shit. Name who the general manager is.
Nobody that's been announced so far.
The way you could have built it up tonight, even if neither of them could be there, is for the last few weeks you could have had basically just random backstage bits with them talking with talent backstage,
Right.
but not hearing anything. Building up the hype of, oh, could they be getting that person? Could they be getting this person? But no. My idea's too good. So then we've got Fabrice, Strictly Selfie, whatever you want to call him, on commentary. The Vaudevillains are in the ring, set to take on K Quick and Seven.
Oh, wow. I don't like follow the bouncing R-Truth gimmick. I hate Golden Truth. I think this gimmick sucks.
Yeah. Golden Truth won.
Yeah, they beat the Vaudevillains. Ridiculous.
Vaudevillains, I bet you're really fucking pleased you came up now. Instead of jobbing in NXT, you're now jobbing on the main roster.
I'll give them credit because I like their finish. Golden Truth used a combination of Truth hit a knees out powerbomb while Goldust hit a version of the side effect at the same time. I thought that was a good finish, but such a waste of the Vaudevillains.
Yep.
Such a waste of the Vaudevillains. Oh my god. Alright. Any thoughts on the match?
I mean, first off, you know what? This is gonna be stupid to say live in front of you guys, but honestly, I feel bad for the Vaudevillains. They're being wasted.
Nothing stupid about that. We're all saying
You
this.
feel stupid for saying it. It's fucking obvious.
It's very true.
I mean, I feel bad for them, and I don't know why Vince doesn't have faith in them.
He doesn't like the gimmick. He doesn't buy the gimmick. The gimmick doesn't get over on a main product. That's the problem.
And Golden Truth. Fuck you.
Fandango and Tyler Breeze
Wow.
have a billion times more upside than
know
Golden
it's
Truth do.
serious. You know it's serious when Will goes Tony Montana.
Pretty much.
Fuck you!
Say hello.
Travis, are you around to give us thoughts?
He probably doesn't give a shit. Nobody gives a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fair point. Okay, next.
We're making Darren Young great again.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
No!
Hold on.
Weird. Remember, last week I was like, this is actually good.
Right.
They've gone from making it an actual joke thing to actually being serious about it.
Owen, did you get my
'Cause-
message earlier about the
Yeah.
bot back?
Hold on. I'll get to that.
You would argue that Darren Young is lacking a submission move. And then, of course, basically Bob's like, why don't you use mine? And Darren's like, wait, I've got your permission to use the crossface chicken wing? Is that the right name?
That is correct.
And Bob's like, yeah, because, anybody can use it. If they stand, for sportsmanship and gratitude and greatness. And it's like, so after weeks of, deriding it, all of a sudden it's like, he's come to his senses, even though he's clearly fucking reading a teleprompter.
Yes.
But here's the thing.
This segment has turned from, why the fuck is this happening, to, it's a nice little interlude. It's more interesting than bloody Golden Truth.
Well, that's not saying much.
And Pentangle, or whatever the fuck we're calling it.
But here's the thing, though. This was already mentioned before it made its television. The interesting thing is this make Darren Young great again thing, and giving Darren Young the crossface chicken wing. Grimm's Toy Show did this first. They're trying to make Doo-Hop great again, and they gave him the crossface chicken wing in this case. So Grimm did this first. He booked this before WWE did it. So yeah, I'll give him complete credit for that.
Oh my god.
I hope they do something with this. I really do. I hope this leads to something for Darren Young. He deserves to have something to work out of this. But I don't know. I mean, maybe Darren Young is the one that puts down Rusev if they really want to go that route.
Oh, hail to the no.
Darren Young's the one that beats Rusev because Titus couldn't do it. There you go. Stranger things have happened. Bob Backlund did run for president in the WWF, so anything's possible.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, God. And now it's time for John Cena.
I still fucking remember that Royal Rumble 2000. It wasn't even live. I think it was on a few minutes delay, but I remember seeing it because it was I think it was the very first pay-per-view that they aired actually for free over here. Which meant, yes, I actually got to see Cactus Jack versus Triple H. I can't remember if I actually stayed up or just taped it. But that was my first experience of it. It's like, yay! So Cena's out. Actually, pretty good reaction for him. Which is understandable, because if they like Roman Reigns, they're more...
It's Columbus. They
Sorry.
love Cena.
sound like I haven't ready to have some fun tonight. Bro!
I like how Cena puts the whole crowd on blast right away. It's like, you guys don't seem like you're as into it as you normally are tonight.
It says, the fact that AJ and the fans supporting him have been wanting him to make his mark in WWE, for the last 15 years or so, and that he failed to stand on his own 2 feet at Money in the Bank and leaned on the shoulders of the club. And Cena figured that something like that would happen, and now every time he gets in the ring, it's not just AJ he has to worry about, it's the entire club. And an example of this is they show the fact how he was up against Carl last week and the club attacked him and whatever. And Cena says, 4th of July is a day that every American looks forward to. Well, unless you murdered somebody on the day, in which you probably ain't a good thing or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's happened. Anyway, sorry to take a morbid turn. I think you can get away with it because at least Eastern time, it's not the 4th of July anymore. Boom. So, it's a day that every American should look forward to, but instead, he's looking over his shoulder and still standing. And he's got a message for the club. You want some coleslaw? No. You know his catchphrase. I can't even be bothered to say it.
I'm the DFG.
YWS CGS. So then the club come out, and Styles basically says, oh, isn't it nice you whining about things not going your way, We were working Tokyo this past weekend, and it was supposed to be a homecoming for the club. And instead, Cena's face was all over a big poster. And apparently the Usos. What the fuck have they got to do with it? Now, the club showed Cena that they run Tokyo. Which was true in the first night, but the second night, not so much. Unless you bring up the fact that Cena said, yeah, the club are good guys. Oh, quick, somebody have footage of it. Please tell me there was somebody in Sumo Hall recording this year. We need another curtain call 20 years on. Anyway. And they showed Cena how they run Tokyo, and soon they'll run WWE. But that can't happen until they get rid of Cena. I beat you at Money in the Bank, Cena, Styles says, and I don't think you're over it. And Gallows and Anderson are my insurance policy in case you decide to break out that shuffle and bury me, Cena. Cena has no one. And Cena's put himself on an island that no one can relate to. Most WWE stars can relate to the club. Most of them would like to beat up Cena just like they're doing. But they don't have the balls to actually do it. They'll beat him up every week. And Styles basically asks Cole, what are you going to do for Labor Day? And Cole's like, well, I'm going to beat up John Cena. Luke, what are you going to do for Halloween? Well, I'm going to dress up by Bushwhacker Luke or Sex Ferguson.
Sex Ferguson.
And beat up John Cena. What are you going to do for Christmas, Carl? Well, I'm going to get my Asian wife, wrap some Christmas presents, and beat the hell out of John Cena. So guess what we're doing on the 4th of July? We're going to beat the hell out of John Cena. And guess what? They start beating the hell out of John Cena. Except then Italian music starts playing. And no, I don't mean Santino. And fucking Enzo and Cass make the save. Which then leads to later on in the night the announcement of AJ and the Club versus Cena, Enzo, and Cass at Battleground. Yeah, those of you excited for the Cena AJ rematch, fuck off. You have to wait till SummerSlam. Thoughts on that promo?
I mean, I loved hearing the Club talk about beating up John Cena. That was really funny. Solid Cena stuff as always. This a good segment, not surprising whatsoever. See, like I said, I like Enzo and Cass, but I'm really worried that they're gonna shove them down our throats. And that's worrisome because WWE, like I said before, I've said numerous times, when WWE...
Most overpushed talents in the room. How you gagging on that cock?
At least it's not the Usos.
Anyone but you, Jay and Jimmy. Anyone but you.
Nothing against Jimmy and Jay personally. I just, as the characters have gotten stale, and they need to rejuvenate them, and keeping them off television for 6 years would be amazing. But
go back to Rikishi.
Yeah, it's a big rub for Enzo and Cass. It really is. So, if anything, that's something you have to say about this. So, but Enzo and Cass and the Good Brothers don't really have really good chemistry in the ring. They're kind of like, they really do not mesh well. So, it's just awkward. We'll see how this goes. Oh, goody, it's time for our next match.
No.
Oh, no, but first we get to find out what's going on in the green screen fireworks of Puerto Rico.
No, we don't. Well, one, all that's bullshit. And then I literally don't have to say anything. Little Kurabo of the Mark Remark on YouTube, you could go check his pay-per-view reviews out.
Right.
You're always on a delay, which means probably coming up soon will be Money in the Bank. Or he simply, he tweeted more than this, but it's just popped up in my while you were away feed.
Mm.
And it sums it up perfectly. They invited me to Puerto Rico again, those sick, deranged fucks!
God.
Corbo, Martin. Martin, I love you.
Oh, wow. So, yeah. Do you want to talk about the Shining Stars promo?
No.
We could be watching this rerun of Wolfenstein the New Order.
All right. Oh, by the way, Ashley, the thing you were telling me about the audio from the last 2 days, I got it. So we're good.
Right. So it's Summer Rae versus Becky Lynch time.
Yes. Always happy to see my girl in the ring. I like when they do stuff with her. I like when she actually gets matches and she doesn't just not there for any reason. Becky's fine.
But
This
Becky
match,
Lynch, note to self, that first move.
oh, the Enziguri that missed by a mile? Oh my God, that was bad. Summer went for a snap suplex and ended up dropping Becky on her head. And then when you watch the camera to Becky's face, you see that she's kind of looks like she's out of it. And Becky gets her comeback and hits the Bexploder, and she gets a near fall off of that. Summer goes to the apron, she hits her high kick, and she gets caught going for the spin kick, ducked by Becky, and Becky locks in the disarmer and gets a submission. There's not much you can say about this match. Just didn't really work tonight at all. I mean, like I said, I love Summer Rae, very much so. Everyone knows this, but I mean, this match just did not work. Like these styles clashed horribly in this match. This was a rough night for both ladies here. Announced that Becky's going to face Natalya at Battleground, so that's going to happen. That's a thing. Any thoughts before we move on to another great segment, which is one of the next ones?
It's just a waste of time for me to waste my breath about a match that, I mean, both ladies are good, but I mean, it's just wasn't a good match.
Okay.
I'm just ready for Roman to walk in at Battleground and say, "Who wants some drugs?"
Okay. Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Time to talk about another great segment of the night when the New Day came out.
Oh, yes.
Oh, America. Not Columbus, just America.
Don't you dare be shit scared. Clap for your soon-to-be former two-time champs
Yes.
and fear the fall. So Kofi says, the Wyatts are a bunch of hicks. Big E saying there's some inbreeding. Then, nope! And Bray's like, you can continue making jokes in your New Day, or you can confront us like men. You're like, what say you, New Day? Are you men, or are you cowards? No, you started this, and now you must end it. We'll be waiting for you. Find me.
Real quick, before you move on, Ashley, when they were talking about the compound and the way that the Wyatts were coming off in this promo, were you getting like James Storm cult vibes from TNA?
Brother Nero.
Final deletion coming later tonight.
No, but even using the terminology Brother Nero, it sounds like a cult.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a very good point.
By the way, would Hulk Hogan be Brother?
We've
No.
already said that before,
No,
I think.
possibly. So Kofi goes, we'll accept going to the compound and we'll spread the power positivity all over it. Xavier's like, stop! Yeah, everything up till now has been fun and games. But you aren't seeing it like I am. You don't see the threat that Bray Wyatt is to us. If you can't see that, then the New Day will not be able to survive. And he drops his mic and just leaves. And it's like, holy shit.
This is awesome.
Why didn't this happen in the tag division months and months and months ago? And don't give me the excuse because they were fucking injured. Why didn't they do this storyline at Survivor Series rather than Undertaker and fucking Kane? Because holy crap, this is building good.
Yeah, very much so.
Hopefully the match is actually on the compound.
Oh god, this is the end of the New Day. That's what we're leading towards. Which, as always, WWE sees a tag team that's getting over. Let's either split them up or turn them heel.
Or both.
Get ready for the draft, End Zone Cast. What do you think they're doing these matches now?
Bada boom. Loneliest guy in the room. How you doing, Enzo? Oh, right, I'm
Oh,
to sound like that.
boy,
But I
that was
did.
that was wrong.
See, to be honest with you, I honestly thought this was gonna be a waste of time. But with the
No.
way they're building this up, I'm really starting to like it.
This is going to be great. I mean, this is a good way to end the new day, and then everybody's going to go their separate ways after everything goes down.
In essence, you saw it from the very start, didn't you?
Yeah, indeed.
Because they were all laughing and joking, saying, how they'd won, their fatal four-way match at Money in the Bank. And then, jab! And Bray Wyatt, whether it was a promo or whether it was, on the stage or whatever. Oh, no, because they interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
They interrupted the Wyatts, that was it. But then as soon as Bray said, you don't interrupt us. From that immediate moment, you saw Xavier's demeanor change.
Yep.
As if to realize we've poked the snoring sleeping beast.
That is correct.
And if he's only just got to sleep, he's gonna be a little bit fucking grumpy.
Indeed.
And I don't mean grumpy cat.
Oh, God, I know what's next.
Ah!
All right.
No. Let me do this right.
Okay.
I need to get the notes of who was in it. It's not what you think, Owen.
It's probably part what I think, though.
Right, so it is your 16-man elimination match. As Team Rest of the World of Johnny Idol, Kushida, Tamatonga, Marco Corleone, Michael Elgin, Okamura, Sam Adonis, and Tangaroa
Oh, God, that's great.
take on Team Mexico of Volador Jr., Diamante Azul, Maximo, La Mascara, Rey Escorpion, Rush, Shocker, and Ultimo Guerrero.
CMLL.
That is the 16-man tournament match that we're actually talking about, right?
Not quite.
Oh no, because that one was interesting. Oh, which is saying a lot because it's on a CMLL show. Oh,
Ouch.
actually, where the fuck was Super Porky?
That is a very good point.
I don't think even Super Porky was involved. Boo,
All right.
Porky.
So, the match in question is Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Chris Jericho, all representing Canada, Alberto Del Rio and the Lucha Dragons representing Mexico, which I see two things wrong with that. Kalisto should be representing Canada, but that's another story for another time. Sheamus is representing, obviously, Ireland, and Cesaro is representing Switzerland. Taking on the USA tandem of Zack Ryder, Apollo Crews, the Dudley Boys, who are from Dudleyville, which is not a real place, Kane, who is from Hell, the Big Show, Jack Swagger, who is obviously from Hill Valley, and Mark Henry. Okay.
One of these teams is not like the other team. One of these teams just doesn't belong. Can you guess which team is not like the other team before I finish this meme?
Yeah, there's not much to talk about this match. A couple things. Sin Cara ate the 3D. He's gone. Sheamus Bro kicks Bubba. Yeah, that's it. Sheamus Bro kicks Bubba. He gets pinned by Kalisto when he gets a splash off the top. So one of the things we get, Cesaro and Swagger ended up in the ring at the same time. So they both yelled "We the People" at the same time. Yeah, this ended well. Jericho ends up getting tagged in. Swagger goes for a Swagger bomb. Jericho gets the boots up, gets the code breaker. He's gone. Basically, Mark Henry gets tagged in. Kalisto gets tagged in. Kalisto dives, gets caught. World's Strongest Slam. He's gone. Mark Henry walks into the pop-up powerbomb. He's gone. So Kevin Owens is doing fine and hits a scoop slam and leaping back senton on Ryder. Ryder gets tossed into Sami Zayn. Zayn comes in and they start fighting. Owens gets tossed to the floor. Kane clotheslines Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens hits Sami Zayn with a chair. He's eliminated by DQ. Okay. Kevin Owens hit his own partner with a chair, so he was disqualified. Alright, sure. So he hits Kane with a chair. Of course, he's not in the match, doesn't really matter. But Kane hits Owens with a chair. And even though Kevin Owens has already been eliminated, Kane is now disqualified. So Kane gets mad. He chokeslams Sami Zayn. Apollo tags himself in, hits a standing moonsault, pins Sami Zayn. Walks into a brogue kick from Sheamus. He's gone. So we transition where Cesaro finally tags himself in. He goes for the Gotch-style neutralizer, and Zack Ryder rolls up Cesaro for the 3. And Big Show comes in like a house of fire with his ugly American singlet on, and he knocks Jericho out for the 3, and he hits another choke slam, and another elimination. Show pulls Sheamus in, works him over momentarily. Zack Ryder gets tagged in. He gets caught with an over-the-shoulder power slam. Sheamus goes into a goozle, and this basically allows him to get tossed back into the Rough Rider, and Zack Ryder wins clean. We won't mention the fact that Big Show is involved in the finish, but Zack Ryder got a clean win over Sheamus to end Raw, and the American flag drops down, everybody goes crazy, and my notes simply say, woo, 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 pyro, with an exclamation point, and that's how we end Raw this week. This match sucked. There was too much going on and not enough going on at the same time. Weird eliminations. Hitting someone with a chair that's already been eliminated gets you disqualified. Okay, sure. Hitting your partner with a chair gets you disqualified. I don't know if that's possible, but okay. Yeah, there really wasn't much to this match at all. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of things you could have done with this match that you didn't do, obviously. The USA team looks really lame and by comparison, honestly.
God almighty.
I was cheering for Owens and Zayn and Cesaro. Yep, that's about it. I was basically cheering for Canada in this match. So yeah, that was pretty much all you could say about this. And obviously Zack Ryder, but to a lesser extent Apollo Crews. Yeah, this match was just
It was a waste of time.
horrible way to end the show. I like who went over because I think Zack Ryder deserves to win, like always. But that doesn't happen, so it was nice to see that they, for like the 15 people to watch Raw tonight, I'm glad to see that they got to see Zack Ryder win. Yeah, there's really not much you can say about this match. So, Travis, thoughts on the main event? Nope. Moving on. Will?
God awful.
Ashley?
Well, I bet there's a lot of people that are proud that they're not Americans.
Oh, that's a good way to end the July 4th podcast.
Honestly, Ashley, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. I was really embarrassed that, I mean, I'm sure some people in the arena found it funny, but I hated when the social outcast dressed like that. And then this 16 tag, no, please, not on the next 4th of July edition of Raw.
Holiday shows don't matter at all. And this is another way that proves that they don't matter. So, yeah, that's the end of that. Wow, I think the show's over, gentlemen. Join us on Wednesday when we actually get to talk about something we care about.
That's the shit that.
Yeah. I need to find the clip.
Jesus.
There it is.
There are so many amendments in the Constitution of the United States of America, but I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth. I'm just trying to say fifth. Go ahead, say something. He pleads that. I think that a lot of.
How ironic is it that shoot against the owners of Ring of Honor comes from ANX,
Oh, nice.
the guys who are making wrestling great again.
Heck yes.
4 years is a long time in
Oh,
wrestling.
Jesus.
So let's speak about that real quick. So Wednesday, we're going to be talking about What Culture Pro Wrestling, the beginning of Ultima Lucha Dos, the first of 3 weeks straight of Ultima Lucha. We're going to be talking about... No, it's 3 weeks. They've confirmed it now.
Yeah, I think they were going to do a double.
Mm.
They realized they're going up against 1, the Cruiserweight Classic, and 2, UFC. There ain't much point.
Right. TNA will bring us the final deletion. Looking forward to that from all the things I heard about it. So, yeah, that should be fun.
SmackDown spoilers, we're going to finally know who Brock's facing.
There's 1 of 2 people because I'm hearing somebody else now, too.
Oh, God, who?
Let's just say OVW Roots.
What, Dave? Big Dave?
Think the other direction. You got the right stable, but you got the wrong guy.
Oh, well, that's a mystery.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Yes. We got Ring of Honor. There's a best of the year so far. That's going to be talked about this week. We've got stuff coming up, G1 Climax. I think there's a couple things that changed a little bit on that.
Uh-oh. I have to check that now.
we got Stardust Memories, more Cody Rhodes news, obviously, because that's what we do here on the Popcast Network. We bring you Cody Rhodes news all the time. So many great things coming up. So stay tuned for that this Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. It's the last time we're going to be going at 9:30 for the next few weeks because we'll be starting at 10 o'clock because of the Cruiserweight Classic, which starts on the 13th of July. And that'll also mean that we're going to have a Raw edition on Monday, the live SmackDown, and then the Cruiserweight Classic the night after.
By the way, have you guys seen the Elite set of videos?
I know they dropped the Never Openweight Tag titles wearing New Day shirts.
The intervention.
God, I need to check that out. Yeah. So that's, of course, coming on Wednesday. Thursday night will be Sip and Snack Random Flavors. Random Tales and Loopy Lulu bringing you a British flavor to Sip and Snack. Friday, AJ's movie reviews will be tackling The Secret Life of Pets tentatively. I'll let you guys know if that happens or not. And Mike and Dave need wedding dates. Saturday will bring you the most anticipated movies for the remainder of 2016. AJ and myself did a list, so check that out. It's the third of our half-year videos. Our best of went up last week. Our worst went up the week before. And then regular Sip and Snack is going to be returning with Ecto Cooler. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So get ready for that because I have it. I'm going to do it. Cannot wait for it. Super excited about that.
I'm still looking for my box zone. I need to go to my Publix.
Amazon is your friend, sir. Sunday Versus is coming up. I can't tell you a cryptic comment because we don't have a Versus in mind yet. So that'll be a surprise to everyone, including myself. And there's a little birdie that told me that something may or may not be announced this week. And when it is, Popcast Network brings you the Elite, the 5th Popcast for Halloween Horror Nights 26 is coming this Saturday night at 10 p.m. Tentatively, stay tuned to my Twitter for more information on that. But before we go, Travis, are you still around? Okay. He's asleep. It was nice to have Travis around for a minute or two tonight. At Travis Coaster.
I need the clip.
Ow! Fuck you.
If it ever plays. If it ever plays. Get closer to the internet. Get further away from eventually. For fuck's sake.
Is there something wrong?
Is there something wrong? Everything is wrong. An exciting meal has been ruined by the presence of this liquid filth.
Called Raw.
Okay. That was random. At Travis Coaster, he'll be returning. He's going to talk UFC and What Culture Pro Wrestling this Wednesday on the Wednesday Wrestling Podcast. And his Coaster Casters podcast returns this week. So stay tuned for more information on that on his Twitter. So check that out. Link in the description bar to his channel. You can check him out. And Will.
Okay, Owen. Before I put myself over, this is going to be really bad, but not in that way. But this is relating to Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh boy.
So
watch what you say.
let's just say this: me and Owen have a pretty good idea what the announcement is, but I'm gonna say this. Let's just say at Halloween Horror Nights 26, we will. God, this is gonna sound stupid. We will.
There's something wrong. Everything is wrong. An exciting meal has been ruined by the presence of this liquid filth.
That's all you need to say.
Yeah, good enough.
We will boogie with the man.
Oh dear God, that's wrong.
I told you it was terrible, but anyway.
Oh shit! Just
Disco.
confirmed. That means it's confirmed.
Disco Inferno House confirmed.
Halloween Horror Nights, Saturday Night Fever.
Disco Inferno will be at Halloween Horror Nights this year.
Yes.
John Travolta and the Disco Inferno, Halloween Horror Nights 26. Anyway.
All right.
So, that being said, go ahead and put yourself over, Will.
You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope, all at HHNDawg, DAWG. The link to my YouTube channel is in the description bar down below, as is and always will be with everyone else's. Check out my channel, like, comment on all my videos, and subscribe for more great content like Halloween Horror Nights. I enjoyed doing this. Raw tonight, overall, 1 to 5. I give it a 1. And stay tuned for Wednesday, and also, like Owen said, stay tuned for the hopefully, which we're not gonna guarantee it, but hopefully 5th Popcast Saturday night, if and when that announcement is made.
Saturday, 10 p.m. Set between 9 and 10 p.m. So.
Okay, so just follow Owen on Twitter for more information on that.
Right.
And yeah. As always, boys and girls, children of all ages, I will see you in the doghouse.
Ashley.
Follow me on Twitter, Ash is my name UK. Check out the archives of my podcast stuff on the SNS Radio Network with the whole indie show and SNS Sticks and Flicks shows over at snsradionetwork.com. Get well soon, JJ. Hope you and Harmony do well with the house hunting.
Right.
I would link the GoFundMe, but I haven't got the link to hand. Probably have to send it. I might do a separate video or just share it on my Facebook. I'll probably share it on my Twitter.
All right.
And you shouldn't watch Game with Ash this week because you should just go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick and watch the charity stream, and if you can, give some money.
Right. Real quick, I do want to state that there's this cosplay contest going on to promote Suicide Squad that DCComics.com are doing, and the contest, well, the first round ends tonight, so hopefully you can vote if you're able to. I've got a couple really awesome people that are in there, so vote for Nisi in ICCI. She is Katana, and she's in second place right now. We want her to win. So she's was in From Dusk Till Dawn. She was one of the flowers in Silent Wonderland, and she'll probably be on the streets this year. So, and I don't mean that. I mean that in Horror Nights speak, obviously. So, yeah, she's there, and on top of that, we also have her name is Tinka, which she's Harley Quinn, and she's trying to win as well. So if you get a chance to vote for them, please do. They're awesome people and great characters, and it'd be really cool to see them do us Orlando folk proud when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights. So to win this Suicide Squad cosplay contest. So yeah, that's a little bit of, I wanted to put them over real quick. So yeah, there's that. Facebook fan page, Popcast Network. And Zazzle.com, it's a Popcast Network for your merchandise. 25% off site-wide right now. Use the promo code ZazFireworks, and that's until tomorrow. So you still have time to be able to purchase your Popcast Network merchandise because we're on a blitz. And
Thank you.
Not a problem. And so that's the show for this week. Follow me on Twitter at SorroWandDisney, and follow Acer on Twitter at Acer1337. Yes, in a row. Check out Brandon Mills. Jeremy, God, it's been a long day. Jeremy Mills, Jesus, it's been a long day. I apologize. I saw Brandon Davis who chimed in for a minute. Thank you for joining us for a little bit. So yeah, I didn't see him in tonight for chat, but obviously we had a weird podcast tonight. So check out Jeremy Mills in chat. Check out Acer in chat. Acer1337, like I said, yet in a row, and that is Acer5000 on YouTube. So a lot of great content. Acer, there you go. Acer says, all right, holiday theme edition of Raw. Your basic holiday filler type shows. Yeah, Heath Slater's got a GoFundMe for the flood efforts for West Virginia. Thankfully, this did not even come close to me. This is southern West Virginia. I've done shows out there, but obviously nowhere near me, thankfully. So, yeah, check out Acer on social media, and thanks, everyone, for watching. Thanks, everyone, for listening. And that's what we've got for this week. So if you're live or in archive, thank you once more. And in a world where there are a billion wrestling podcasts, we're very pleased that once more tonight you have chosen a Popcast. I want to once again thank everyone for watching, thank everyone for listening, and until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all we got to say about that.
An exciting meal has been ruined by the presence of this liquid filth.